Discord bots are great, aren't they? Whether you're a server owner looking to better administrate your server, or, someone just looking for a meme. Or maybe you're just a really big fan of hentai. But seriously, Discord bots are great. Every good server should have at least a few. I know mine sure does. Link in the description for those interested. But if you've ever thought about making your own, you might have been put off at just how complex everything looks. Well, today I'm going to change that for you because, well, it's really not as hard as it looks. Now, I actually learned just how easy all of this was myself over on my Twitch channel, so if you're interested in seeing more stuff like that, go follow me over there. I do programming stuff like this sometimes, and I also play a lot of really awesome indie games, so if you're interested, I would really appreciate the follow. Okay, now this does require a little bit of programming knowledge, but since you're interested in making a Discord bot, I do assume you already know the basics. This tutorial is going to use Node.js. Well, what is Node.js? Node.js is basically a way for us to run JavaScript code, which would usually require a web browser without one. Now, before you freak out and click off the video because you don't know JavaScript or Node, don't worry. This tutorial is really, really easy, and that is all thanks to the library that we're going to be using. That library is called discord.js, and it literally, most of the tutorial is copy and pasting the boilerplate code that is like 12 lines long. It's epic, guys. That's how easy this is. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to want to do is install Node. I'm not going to go too in-depth on how to do that because it will obviously depend on what operating system you're running and stuff, but it should be fairly explanatory. All you've got to do is go to the website that's in the description and download it and install it from there. To get started, we're going to want to go to discord.com/developers, and you're going to have this kind of control panel right here. You're going to click New Application and then just give it a name. I'm going to call it Demo Bot. And once we've got this here, you'll see we've got the ability to add an icon to reveal our client secrets and our client IDs. Now, this client secret does have to be kept secret, but actually we're going to ignore it because what we're going to do, we're going to go over here to where it says bot, and we're going to turn it into a bot. And now you'll see that this bot is fully activated, and you'll notice down here there are a bunch of permissions, but we can just ignore these for now. We'll come back to that later. Okay, so you guys are going to want to open up a folder. I've created one right here that's called Discord Bot Demo, and that's on my server, which is where I'm going to be hosting it. You guys, you're probably going to host it on your own computer. That is a point, though, that you have to keep that on all the time. You want your Discord bot to be running, so that is something to note. Okay, now you're going to notice this welcome page opens up. You can go ahead and close that. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up the terminal. So you see here, it says toggle terminal. We're going to use whatever shortcut is there. So for me, that's control and quote mark, okay? And what you're going to type in here, you're going to make sure that it is in the folder that you've just made. And you're going to type, as long as you've installed Node correctly, npm init. And that's to initialize your environment right here. So it's gonna give us a load of options now. So it's got a package name, Discord bot demo. That's just gonna be the name of the folder by default. You can hit enter on that, and the version you can hit enter through most of this stuff. You can give it a little description if you want. I'm gonna skip that. Your entry point, that is gonna be the name of the file that is run when Node runs the bot. So index.js is just what it recommends. Go ahead and just click enter through all of these. Test command, you don't need one. Get repository, you don't need one of those either. And you can just keep going through. I'm gonna just put my name here as author and enter on the license as well. And then it's gonna say, is this okay? And you want to press Y for yes. And basically what this is going to do now, you're going to have a bunch of folders here. You may have to go ahead and refresh this Explorer window right here, and you're going to have this thing here saying package.json. And basically what this package.json is it is a little file that holds basically all the stuff that you've just put in the terminal here. So here you've got your index.js, you've got the author name, but what this is also going to do is it's going to hold our packages for us, or rather references to the packages. So what you want to do is, this is the most important part, guys. You want to type npm install discord.js, and this is going to install the essential library that we need for our Discord bot. So go ahead and install that, and you should see this little animation that plays down here. And it says added 15 packages, okay? So you want to go ahead and refresh this again, and you'll have a new folder called node modules. And basically in here, guys, you're gonna have a bunch of stuff that you don't really have to worry about. But you see at the top here, you've got discord.js. That's the one we've just installed. All the rest of it is just the stuff that Node needs to run by itself. So you can go ahead and close out a package.json now. And we're gonna add a new file. And it's called index.js. Which, if you remember, that was the name of the entry point file that we had when we created our app. You guys are now going to want to go ahead and go to discord.js.org, okay? And here we've got some example code. All you're gonna do is copy and paste this example code right into your project like that, and essentially you now have a Discord bot. Okay, so you're gonna see here, guys, it says token. This is where I'd expect our token that we got earlier. What we're actually gonna do, since it's considered a little bit bad practice to put that directly in our source code, is create a new text file over here, just an empty normal text file. We're gonna call it token.txt, and we're gonna paste our token in here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna import a special module from Node called fs, and fs stands for file system. It allows us to read files. So we're gonna type const fs equals require fs. That's literally all we're going to type. And then in here, instead of having token in our string quotes down here, we're going to type fs dot read file sync, and we're going to type the name of our token file, which is token.txt. I've put the / in here. That just tells it it's in the same folder as the index.js file is. And then we want to add a .toString on the end, and that just converts the file object into a string for us. So let's go straight ahead and copy that token file from our bot page and put it right into our token.txt here. To invite the bot to your server, you're going to want to come to this site. This site is going to help you generate your bot's URL. What you want to do is select some basic permissions for text channels first of all. So you're going to want to read messages and send messages. You see that the view channel here is already selected for you. And if you want your bot to be able to do any of these other things, you should select those as well. And then what you're going to want to do is insert your client ID. So you've got to go back to your bot's control panel, select general information. And here under client ID, you want to copy that and put it in here. And you're going to see that this link will light up, and that means that you can click on this and invite the bot to your server. And you're going to see it's got these permissions that you put in the previous step, and just click authorize. Sometimes it may ask you to fill out a captcha here. And you'll see your bot is now authorized. So if we go over to Discord, you'll see that the bot has been hopefully invited to your server. You will notice though that it is offline. So to turn that on, you want to go over to VS Code. And you want to type node index.js, which is the name of our entry file. And you should see here, logged in as, and then the user ID of your bot. And if you head on over to Discord, you'll see that your bot is now active, and you can even message your bot. So you see in the code over here, we've got this: if msg.content equals ping, the bot should reply pong. This is just a test to make sure that it's working properly. So let's type out ping. And the bot, as you see, responds to us. You'll notice a feature of lots of Discord bots is to use a command that starts with a character like a $ or an exclamation mark. And we can use other JavaScript methods to do that. So instead of using equals here, what we want to do is take these equals out, and you can do .starts with, for example. And if we just take out this ping here. For example, if you wanted a command that was hello, for example, you could reply with hello, and then this message object, this also has, you can see content gets the actual text that the user has sent, but this message object also has other properties as well. So we can do in our string, for example, let's put a space there. Message, and if you type dot, you get to see all of the other properties that the message object has, and one of them is author. So if you want to do author right here, that gets the person who has written the message. In order to actually test this, we want to stop our bot from running and actually restart it, otherwise the code that it's using will still be the old version. So we want to wait for it to say logged in again, and then go back to Discord. Now, for example, if we do !hello bot, you'll see it replies to us. But you can see here that it has actually replied to us with our user ID rather than our actual name. So you want to go back to your code, and you'll notice that actually author itself is an object, and you can do dot after this. And you'll see that this also has a bunch of properties right here. So you want to scroll down to where it says username, and you want to use username instead. And there are actually loads of other properties you can use. I'll put some of the useful ones down in the description for you, but the full list is available on the discord.js website. Now restart the bot again. And if we try this in Discord one more time, you'll see that it's actually got our name right this time and is not using a bunch of random numbers. But a bot with one command is kind of useless. So what we're going to do, we're just going to use this else if right here and add another command. So let's say, for example, we want the bot to echo something back to us, or we want it to get a part of the message that we have sent it and do something with it. To do that, we're going to use again and msg.content. And we're going to do dot starts with once again. And this time we're going to create a command that is echo. I'm just going to make this command echo something back to us. So we're going to want msg.reply. So here I'm going to split the message. So I'm going to do msg.content, and I'm going to do dot split. And I want to split it on the actual echo command. What dot split does, it turns the string into an array. The actual echo part of itself will be deleted by the dot split command. But to get everything after that, we want to put 1 in these brackets here. Since array start at 0, if you put 0 in here, that would basically reply with everything before this echo statement, which is just an empty blank nothing. And we don't want that. So as usual, we want to restart our bot. And then heading back to Discord, we should be able to use that echo statement. And the bot replies exactly what we gave it. Of course, from here on out, you're basically just limited by your programming skill and your imagination. If you guys like me to go more in depth and make a video covering some Discord bot ideas, you can leave a like on this video, and if you've got any cool ideas of your own, leave them in a comment down below. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed it and found it somewhat useful at least. If you did enjoy it, feel free to obviously do all the usual YouTubey stuff, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Obviously this is my first video, so if you want to leave some constructive criticism, I would definitely welcome that. Just please don't be too mean. Obviously the more important thing though is that you go to my Twitch channel and follow me there. I stream every Wednesday, Thursday and Sunday, and if you're interested in this stuff, yeah, I highly recommend it. So for now guys, peace out. Actually, it's a separate app running in the cloud, right, on my server, and it has to communicate with every website, and it updates in real time. So if you took a clip right now, it would appear on this within like a minute. Red looking kind of sus, not gonna lie.